everyone, it's my surgiversary, so I'm really excited. February 10th, 2016, I walked into St. Luke's Cornwall Hospital in Newburgh, New York, and I had weight loss surgery. I had the vertical sleeve gastrectomy with Dr. Wayne Weiss of Tri-State Bariatrics. The vertical sleeve gastrectomy is the removal of 80 to 90% of your stomach and leaves you with the shape of a banana tube stomach, kind of about 6 ounces. Do your research, YouTube, Google, check it out, watch some videos, see what goes on. But VSG is the way I went by recommendation of my surgeon for weight loss surgery. So let's get into the stats. I am 5 feet 5 inches. My highest recorded weight was 371.5 pounds. My surgery weight was 347.0 pounds. And my current weight is 223.5 pounds. I have a post-op loss for 1 year from today of 123.5 pounds. And from the start of my journey of July 7th, 2015, which was the day that I have my highest recorded weight for, I have lost 148 pounds. So I'm really excited. Yay! Go me. Go me. Anyway, just going through all the stats.
Hi, I say hi.
Hi. My highest BMI, which was the highest recorded weight, was 59.9, so I go by 60% BMI. Currently, today, I am at 37.2, so I have dropped 22.7 points for my BMI, which is fantastic. My surgeon would like me to be at a 30, so I have about 7 points to go to make it to that goal, which is roughly about 50 more pounds. Some different things that go on here, some NSVs, non-scale victories. Hello, I'm making a video, sorry. My ring size used to be an 11.5, and now my fingers have shrunk down, no longer these little porky sausages. I am at a 7.5 to an 8 size ring. My shoe size, I used to wear up to a size 11, 10.5 to 11, and now my feet are down to a size 9. So that's also good news. I'm going to go through all my measurements here because I'm really proud of myself. As of March 5th, 2016 is when I decided to record my measurements. My left calf was 20 inches. And now it is currently 16.5 inches. That's a loss of 3.5 inches. My right calf started off at 19 inches, and now I'm at 15 3/4 inches. So I lost 3.25 inches. From my left arm, I used to be 19.5 inches, and now I'm 15 inches. So that's 4.5 inches lost. From my right arm, I used to be 20 inches, and now I'm at 16.25, so I lost 3.75 inches off of my right arm. My bust used to be 58.5 inches, and now I'm 48 inches, so I lost 10.5 inches there. My waist used to be 54.5 inches, and now I am at 45 inches, which means I've lost 9.5 pounds. And my hips, which were the biggest part of my body because it included my derriere and my pouch, was 62 inches. And if you guys know, 60 inches is 5 feet. 62 inches is 5 feet 2 inches. And that's how round I was in the hips. And now I am down to 51 inches. I lost 11 inches off my butt and my hips, my butt, and my stomach, which is pretty exciting. And if you've calculated all of those numbers together, that's 37 inches. I have lost 3 feet, 1 inch off of my body. So I'm really excited by that. I couldn't be happier. I'm so thrilled. I'm just tickled by all that stuff. There's a few things, to go over with weight loss surgery, I guess. If you're new to me and this process, then you understand that it's not easy. You have to undergo a lot of hard work in order to have weight loss surgery. You have to prove, well, the way I did it, let me rephrase. This is no one else's journey. This is my journey. I went with my health insurance, and they covered it completely. I didn't have a copay or anything, because one, I had a BMI of over 40, and I had pre-existing conditions such as diabetes and high blood pressure, and because of that proved that I was a candidate for weight loss surgery. Then I had to get a cardiac clearance, a pre-surgical testing clearance, blood work to make sure that I was not deficient in any vitamins throughout my body. Because when you don't eat a lot, you're not intaking as many nutrients as normal, so now you have to take vitamins, which is what I do. I have a vitamin patch, and I put it on, and I use that. So in addition to those 2 clearances, I also had to see my therapist and my psychiatrist to clear me for psychological evaluation. I had to lose 5% of my body weight, which at that point was 19.5 pounds. And I had to do this for at least 4 months. I had to go through meeting a dietitian and tracking my weight for 4 months and making sure that I was on the scale of losing weight, because I had to prove that I was able to do this on my own. Once I got all the clearances and they petitioned my insurance, it took about 6 months for me to get the procedure done. Before that, doing all the research, checking with my insurance, see who participated, doing, different research, I would say all in all, it took me about a year from when I really thought about if I was going to have weight loss surgery until I actually went through and had the procedure. Then, what do they do with the procedure, I guess? Okay, so there are 5 points of incision in which they enter into my body laparoscopically. And what they do is they slice you open about 1 inch or so, a little bit less than that. And they put these trocars, which are tubes that go into your stomach, your abdomen area, to lift up your, not your lungs, obviously, to lift up your liver, to lift and move things around. They have to put the tools in order to reduce your stomach down, which is kind of like a stapler, and they go into your stomach, they clamp it down, rows of staples go in, and then it seals and separates. And it does that. You go through until you get to the end of the stomach, and then there's a portion of your stomach that comes off, a portion that stays with you. The portion that comes off is the 80 to 90% in which they removed, and they pull it out of your stomach. And then you get stitches and they close you up. The recovery time was perfect. I didn't think it was really hard at all. I had an emergency C-section. That by far was the worst surgery I ever had to undergo. I had gallbladder surgery, and I would say that this was probably around the same recovery time frame and pain-wise, the same as gallbladder removal. So if you've had that done before, then it would be the same. And if you haven't, it just really feels really sore, as if you've done a lot of sit-ups, crunches, it hurts. I'm not going to lie, you had surgery, it hurts. But I was able to walk by the end of that day. Less than 12 hours after I got out of surgery, I was walking, I was able to drink, I was on the phone talking, I was in the hospital, monitored overnight, but then I was cleared to go the next day. I was home by noon the next day. Trying to think of anything else I can talk about with regards to this, if any questions. Right now, a year out, what I eat is, for the morning I have some breakfast of coffee with protein. I have a lot of protein, high fat, low carb diet as well, which is a lifestyle change. This is what I chose to do because in order to keep my body sufficient with the proper amount of nutrients, and in order for me to continue to lose fat and not muscle, I have to have protein, which is very good for your body. Too much protein could, be not good, but so I have to kind of like keep a balance of everything and make sure that my macros are all lined up. So I have protein, high fats, which are good fats like cheeses, avocados, nuts, things like that. And so I have coffee with protein. Then I have like a snack, like cheese sticks, or like 2 cheese sticks, which are 1 ounce each, 16 grams of protein altogether, about 8 grams per stick. I have a sugar-free Jell-O cup. Sometimes, not all together. I can't eat those two. It would either be I have the cheese sticks or I have the Jell-O cup. So usually I'll save the morning, one of them, and then in the afternoon to evening, like before dinner, I'll have another snack. For lunch, I have protein. Like this week, an example was a chicken tender that I made homemade, and I had it with a homemade guacamole that I had, which is a good fat protein, and blended with vegetables in the guacamole, peppers, onions, garlic, and herbs, parsley and cilantro, and lime juice. If you know what guacamole is, that's what it is. So I had that with my chicken tender. Then for the snack, I had Jell-O, and for the longest time, my lunch would consist of 1 cheese stick and 1 cup of Dannon Light and Fit yogurt, which is 80 calories, 12 grams of protein. I'm not sure how many carbs because it's really minimal in comparison to the amount of protein and the good kind of carbs that you're eating versus bad carbs, because there's minimal amount of sugar, and it's Greek yogurt, so it's better for you. And I usually have strawberry or cherry. Sometimes if I really need the potassium, I'll have strawberry banana. I love smoothies. I have a lot of smoothies. I'm a smoothie girl. I love them. I don't know. They're just good to me. And they're good for my body, and they keep me healthy. I can't have them too many, too often. But when I can have them, I'll have them. And then dinner is another protein and a veggie, a green veggie like broccoli or spinach. Kale is really good. Collard greens, mustard greens. I don't really eat rice, bread. I just had oatmeal for the first time, like this whole year, this week. An alternative of having a bagel because I was really wanting to be having a fat moment and really wanted a bagel. And instead I went with the oatmeal because they were both the same amount of calories, 210 calories for a bagel. No butter, no toasted, just plain bagel from Dunkin'. A plain or an onion bagel is 210 calories. They offer you also a whole grain oatmeal, which comes with brown sugar and dried fruit of raisins, cranberries, and cherries. I see. And it was 210 calories. So I opted for that because, one, I knew it was going to fill me up. It would give me that sweetness that I was craving, and I wouldn't feel as guilty as having a bagel. So that's kind of, just how it goes. It's very, some people would say, oh, that high protein, high fat, low carb, you're doing the ketogenic diet. No, not necessarily. I do not know if I'm in ketosis. In order to do so, you have to register your urine to see, like what percentage it would be to show that your ketones are passing through and how much you are maintaining in your body. And I don't do that. I don't check calories. I don't really do that. I just know that what works for me is eating minimal amount of carbs, eating protein first, and getting any kind of nutrients I can from vegetables that are good for you. That's just kind of what I did. I eat eggs, and I just baked cupcakes for my office at work. I had half a cupcake, I will admit. At work, no, but home, yes. I had a cupcake here. Half the cupcake, which was a carrot cupcake with nuts and had cream cheese frosting. I opted to not make it with to not make it with oil and to make it with butter. I could have actually used applesauce, which would have been the healthier option, but I was really in the mood for something fatty. It's Shark Week, so that's just, whatever. I'm bloated. It's going to be what it is. This video so far is 15 minutes. I'm so sorry. But this is my 1 year. This is me. Oh my God. I can't believe it. I did it. I survived. I made it. I'm healthy. I lost darn near 150 pounds. I have about 50 more to go, which means that I'm going to lose a total of 200 pounds off of my body that was fat. That's a lot of weight. So that brings me into the next step of what is my next goal. Now that I've lost this much weight, still got 50 more pounds to go, which I know I'll do. But once I reach that goal, what do I do next? Well, the next goal is to try to maintain that weight for a year. Because whether or not I want to see about further procedures done, they want to see that you lost weight. And not only did you lose weight, that you were able to keep it off. So I'm going to go to the gym and tone it. I was not doing any weight training. I was kind of just training my body because I wanted to be able to run a 5K. So I started jogging. I do that for sport. That's not a problem. I'm on the treadmill. I can do the elliptical, the step climber, all that stuff. Now I want to actually pump some iron, lift weights, tone my arms, tone my legs, try to minimalize my pouch so that hopefully maybe I don't have to have it removed. I'm not sure. But either way, losing 200 pounds, more than likely I have to be realistic. I have a lot of loose skin and it's probably going to have to be removed. And it's going to cost a lot of money because it's cosmetic, unless, which might possibly be happening, body dysmorphia, where I still see myself as the big person that I was and not realizing that I lost 150 pounds and I have a new body and I need to dress for that new body. So maybe that could be an issue. I don't know. I have to talk to my therapist about that. The other issue is because of skin folds, you could get rashes and then in turn have to be prescribed ointment in order to reduce those rashes. And some people get really bad rashes. They have sores and it's not good. So in order to prevent that, the surgery would possibly be needed. I did start a GoFundMe account. I'm not expecting anyone to really contribute towards it because it is a cosmetic situation. It's not necessary. It would be a combination of having a breast lift and augmentation as well as a tummy tuck and maybe muscle repair. The reason why I did it this way is because I want to kind of save up money towards it. So if I give myself, instead of saying, I don't treat myself with too many food items. So the money that I would spend on something that maybe I would reward myself with food, I could apply it towards my balance of getting surgery. So I will link it below, to let you know I do have a page for the tummy tuck and breast augmentation. If you would like to donate, thank you. If you don't, that's fine too. I'm not knocking it, I would appreciate it, but this is my journey. I will get it done. It depends on how long it takes me to save up the money, but that is my goal eventually to get done, and I'm happy about that. I want to look nice. I'm never going to wear a bikini. I'm a mother of 3. I'm in my 30s, mid-30s. I don't think that it's appropriate for me to look a certain way. I wouldn't wear a bikini, I don't think, normally in this stage of my life. So I don't think that that's a plan for me later on anyway. I would just like to look nice in a one piece with a flat tummy and not have a pouch hanging over my lady bits. But that's pretty much it. it's been 1 year. It's been a hell of a ride. I can't believe it. I'm just so happy to finally share it with most of you out there who didn't know what I was doing and just saw that maybe my face was changing or little posts about losing weight here and there. And thank you all. If you're on my Facebook page, I really appreciate all the nice and kind words that you have provided for me. I really do appreciate it because it's encouragement. It keeps me going when I feel down. You know, you guys are just there for me on Instagram. Oh my God, you guys are amazing. The weight loss community is amazing. If anyone's considering having weight loss surgery, you know, I would say try to find people on YouTube that have gone through it and watch videos on the procedure being done. Watch videos on other people that have had the procedure done. Look into all the different types of procedures. There's lap band, there's VSG, there's gastric bypass, there's the DS. There are tons of different options for different people because they suffer from different various things due to obesity. So there's so many options out there. Get a support group going. You know, the weight loss community is a real great support group for this. They help you out. They answer questions. They're there for you reading along. If you don't show your face, they're like, what's going on? Where have you been? What are you doing? What are you eating? What's your exercise routine today? You know? So I'm really happy. I'm energetic. I succeeded, like, in life because this has extended my life. It has. I have put years on. I'm no longer diabetic. I'm no longer hypertensive. I'm no longer on medication for those ailments. You know, I am doing really well. Mentally, it is a trip, you know, you do, or I suggest you do, if you have, you know, suffered from anxiety or depression or any kind of mental illness. This should not prevent you from getting it done, but understand that you will have more of a challenge because you already have a compromised mental state, because this will change and alter your mind. Like I said, I can walk into a store. I'm no longer plus size. I got to go to the regular size clothes. I go in there, I get the biggest size possible because I think, you know, I'm still too big. It's not going to fit. I go home because I'm like, it's not even going to fit. I got to lose weight to wear it. I try it on and it's big on me. Like, what? That's a real mind trip. Like, you don't expect that to happen, especially coming from when you were always plus size and getting to the point that you had to order clothes online because the plus size stores like Lane Bryant no longer really fitted you, or you were wearing the largest size clothes possible. Like, I don't know how to describe this, but I was in like a 4X or 26, 28 top, and the same thing on the bottom. I was humongous, and there's nothing wrong with anybody being big. Unfortunately, what was wrong for me was that because I got so big, I started developing problems due to obesity, which is what could happen. And because of that, it was not a good thing for me. And even though everyone is so kind and said how beautiful I was before, and I truly believe I was beautiful before, but I was not healthy. I was not in a good place. Now I can say I'm beautiful and I feel beautiful inside and out. And I'm still the same person. I'm still goofy old Dia, hanging out with everybody. You know, can't wait to see family and friends coming up later on this month. But, you know, it's taken a lot. I went from that huge size and now I wear like a large shirt, and I would say a large to extra large bottom. I would say more of a large, not really an extra large, or in size 12 pants, and I haven't really checked my tops because numerically I haven't had to wear a numerical top. Like, it's really weird. Everything now is like small, medium, large, extra large. I've tried extra large, too big, thank you. They're too big, so I'm wearing a large now. Probably with 50 pounds less, I'll be a medium to a small top, and then my goal is to be a size 8 pant. So right now I'm about a 12. I need to get to an 8. So that's not bad, but that's really doable, especially coming from like a size 28. The biggest pants I have in my drawer that I saved were size 30, 32, and right now I can literally fit in one pant leg, both my legs, and walk around like that, like a little mermaid. It's hilarious. But anyway, oh my god, I've been carrying on for almost 25 minutes. Anyway, thank you if you stuck around this long. Any questions or concerns, please leave a comment, like, subscribe, anything that you can do. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening to me babble. And I hope to see you guys soon. Talk to you later. Bye!